All right, so what's this? We don't.
Copyrighted
Mm,
makers.
what the hell is that? So, look like it can be like a pineapple, watermelon, something.
I'll let you to be the judge of that. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah, this is a nice party drink.
Yeah.
Like you can take this, like girl, like I want something to drink. What you want? But I don't know, something sweet. You go, all right, gotcha. There you go.
Good. Yeah.
What you call this one?
It's my version of a tequila sunrise. So
Yep.
okay, so there you
Okay.
go. It's probably not as sweet as a tequila sunrise.
Sunrise.
Yeah, because I
So
did.
it's not too sweet.
Yeah, I didn't do as sweet as it should, but you know, and you're technically supposed to pour it, then let the colors. But we'll shake it.
No, this hits. This hits. I like that. I like
Glad
that.
you
I
like
like that. Keep that going. Keep that going. Hey man, so man, what is wrong with men? You know, like,
just go, you just
yeah, like
everything.
I know, right? But like, why are we so damn competitive? Like
Mm.
at everything. Like,
Is-
is it nature
or just is it nature or do we make it?
or is it just like the man's, like that's the being of the man? Like, I don't even know how to put it, but is that our true nature?
Hmm.
Cause
I
you
mean,
like,
even try and think of history. Like I wasn't taught to compete, but even I would say women are competitive. I mean,
yeah, yeah,
obviously
yeah,
women are
yeah.
competitive,
But we
but
always
like
get killed for our competitors.
it almost seems like all men are competitive.
But we are. Like I have seen kids that are not physically strong be competitive on this video game.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
very true. Yep, I'm that
Like
way.
talk big
Yeah,
shit. Like I smack the fuck. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like
I'm that way. I'm highly competitive.
right at everything.
Yeah, in anything I do, I have this, and it's a lot of people think it's probably toxic in some regards, but it's like,
But is it though?
well, here
Uh
because anything I do,
huh.
if it's a hobby, like nothing can be just for fun.
Uh
I'm gonna be. It's like soccer
huh.
or like I'm not trying to just be good and have fun. Like I'm trying to play, like that kind
Right.
of thing. So it's not that you're trying to be a professional. It's just like I'm trying to compete. Like I'm trying to beat you. That's what I want to do.
And that's what's fun.
It. What is that? Is that why we have businesses too? Because we're trying to
Yes.
beat other people.
Yes. And
Mm.
that's fun.
Okay.
Talking about salaries, how much you make, I make more than you. That's fun. Like, let's just be
But
honest.
it's not fun when someone's like, "I make more than you." And you're like, okay,
Step your game up.
sure. Mhm.
Step your game as a man. Kind of like an unwritten rule. We're allowed to insult each other, right? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, if I'm doing better than you, don't cry about it. Ask me how I'm doing it,
Okay.
and then beat me doing it.
Okay.
And then it's no ill will if you start to do better than me. It's gonna be like, damn, look what the fuck he did. I gotta step my game up.
Is it always that healthy though?
It's
I think that might be how you do it, but I mean, competitive can be very very toxic. I mean, it's where it's
but
ridiculous.
it it's micro toxic, but it's healthy all the way around.
Okay.
Right? So if we were always handing out trophies, right?
Yeah.
I hate the YMCA for this. I don't hate the organization of the YMCA, but I hate participation trophies to cuz especially when you give them to little boys.
Mhm.
Especially because little boys grow up into men. And men need to understand the real world, not the fake world. In the real world, we're taught to shut up because we're too toxic. Right now, we're taught that masculinity is a bad thing. And we still have to have tough skin when people are telling us we're dead wrong for all of our problems. We still got to take it with a smile.
True.
That's tough.
Yeah. It's tough.
So you asking men to be tough, but in a different way. But it's still tough. Because I'm not allowed as a man to react off emotion and start going to a physical response.
No.
Because by nature, we I, let me ask you this:
Okay.
would you rather fight me than to talk it out, point blank?
Now talk it out.
I'm gonna say fight. I'd
Yeah.
rather
I
fight.
know. Yeah. That's why I
Yeah,
was like, yeah. Talk it out.
You know you'd rather fight me. We shake hands and then we talk.
Well, there's okay.
Like,
There's
don't lie.
there's a dumb primal thing. And it's not just fighting. It happens in any kind of physical exertion type thing.
Hmm.
I like because if you and me fought, like I had this like anytime two boys fought or two men fought, usually at the end of it, like cool, like we good.
We're good.
Yeah, it's
We're
kind of
good.
like it's kind of like if you see like respect even in UFC, it's the same thing. It's
Mhm.
like oh we good like after that because you got everything out, and that's like getting all your angst and stuff out in a physical form.
Yeah.
So you see competitors do it that way. It's just okay, we cool.
Like I'm not
mm,
cool with you did,
yeah,
but I respect you.
yeah. I definitely was like that. Now I have rewired. Like, yeah, I want to talk
When
it
we
out. I want to
older,
talk the emotions. But yeah,
we're
it took
just
a
like
while. Took
just
a
like
while.
older lions, right? Older lions are not going to fight every battle. They're
Yeah.
gonna roar. They're gonna flex their chest because they older. They ain't got time. They can't heal that fast. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
when you get a young lion, he want to take every battle.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
You
like
know
we
what I
want
mean?
to fight all the time.
He want to fight all. He got to stick his chest out.
You got a peacock.
Yeah, he got to stick his chest out. Same thing with men.
Well, here's the thing. This is not a tag because you like to peacock
All day,
all day. Yeah,
all day.
and I don't.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that I'm more than you,
No.
and it doesn't mean that I'm less than you either.
Do you like the fact that you peacock?
Sometimes
Sometimes. When do you
Sometimes.
not? When do you not like it? When do you? Okay.
when I
When do
don't
you?
do it, when I don't do it. But so
When does peacocking get you in trouble? Let's say that.
in a corporate setting, right?
Okay.
In a corporate setting, because they fight battles differently.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's more mental.
Mhm.
So like I think people don't understand, right? Like or I should say people outside of this narrative don't understand. We don't stop fighting. We just fight in a more civilized way,
True. Very true.
right? Like
The
if
battlefield
you
is
think
changing. Yeah.
corporate is we're shaking hands and oh no, it's some crooked people in corporate. Not saying that they're crooked in a bad way. I'm saying that they're heavenly skillful in the art of manipulation, tactics, war to see how good you really are.
Mm-hmm. I could totally understand because again, that's why I stay. Even though I'm in the corporate world, I stay out of corporate offices just because I try to not fight that game
Yeah.
because it's exhausting if you don't know how to fight that type of game. It is So I understand that point.
Yeah,
Still
you know
good,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like,
But yeah, you can't peacock. It's different because they will eat
well,
you
that
alive.
peacocking is different.
Well, yes, yeah, okay, it's different. But the peacocking that, as far as that is, we'll say genetic, or
Right,
we'll
genetic.
say genetic to you, and
Uh-huh.
it's just how you like that wouldn't fly.
So I was taught to fight. I
Mhm.
was real skinny,
Mhm.
right? And I had to fight everybody on the block.
Yep.
I'm not one of those guys that said I won every fight and I knocked everybody, never lost, none of that. No,
Yep.
I won a couple and I lost a couple.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But I was always willing to fight. That's what got me hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what we call got heart. And it got me respect. And here's the thing. It got me the most important thing that a young man was looking for. Girls.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? Every girl on this planet would tell you, I like those bad boys. I know I shouldn't, but I like when a man, you know what I mean? Like, and you go, what the fuck is that? Like, first you tell me I'm not supposed to do that, right?
Yeah.
But when
Yeah.
you're young, right? When girls are young, right? And that's typically the age that you start to find your mate and do all grown things. You're looking for that.
Looking for the aggressor.
Yes.
Okay.
They're looking for the manly man. Like they always say it. I go for the bad boys. What are bad boys known for? I'm not saying I was a bad boy, but what are bad boys known for?
I mean, just causing trouble. Not
Being
abiding by. Yeah.
Not causing trouble, but get confident.
Sometimes.
Right?
Sometimes. But yeah. Okay.
I never heard of a bad boy not being confident.
Well, because where confidence comes from is situational. If you're if you're causing trouble and people are looking at you, you got more eyes on you, you develop confidence.
Well, I mean, from a girl standpoint,
Yeah.
confidence comes
Okay,
out of thin
yeah,
air.
and let's say again at a young stage, there's a difference confidence, arrogance. We've
Right,
talked
right.
about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So
You speaking it from a wise man. We're just talking about a,
yeah, I'm trying. Yeah, I'm trying to go.
right. Don't speak
18-year-old
from a
Nate,
wise
go.
man. Go
Yeah.
18-year-old you,
Yep.
right? The guy that got the most girl was the guy that was most confident. He wasn't the smartest, he wasn't, the brightest person in the bunch, but he was the most confident,
Mhm.
right? And he walked in his purpose in that moment of time.
Okay.
Purpose change,
Yeah.
right? But that's what girls, and I'm not talking about women. You see,
Mhm.
I'm choosing my words correctly,
Yeah.
right? That's what girls typically win for, the majority of women. Yes, you did have your outliers that didn't seek for that, but if we took 100 girls, 75% of those girls will go for the bad boy. They will even tell you, yeah, I dated a bad boy when I was in school. I dated, but you know,
Mhm.
so it's it's that I think. Do we grow away from that?
Hmm.
We're always competitive. We're always eager to be that big bad wolf. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I don't. I don't think the competitiveness in me, because I'm even competitive against myself. So like, who I compete with now is just like an older version of myself. Like,
Mhm.
what would Native 2 years ago? Like, he'd be up at 4 a.m. Like,
Fucking retarded.
yeah, it's dumb. It's dumb as fuck. Like, I think I'm crazy in certain ways. But I think there is a way because I grew away from that type of like probably
Mhm.
if you want to call it young competitiveness or naive competitiveness
Mhm.
because I knew there was different ways to do it. But I don't think if I will ever jump away from I'm trying to be better than you. Like I'm trying, and it's like not that I am, but I'm saying it silently. I'll never say it like, but it's silently. I'm trying to beat you. Like
Yeah,
I'm trying to do that.
and I'm saying it out loud.
You peacock it
Yeah,
out.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I guess you call it peacocking. I'm
Yeah.
gonna let you know. I'm coming for your ass.
And is that detrimental to relationships? Like even you and me. It's like Nate, I'm coming for your ass. Have you experienced any
So,
detriment?
no.
Okay.
I have seen me get closer to my peers when I voice, that. Um, because it's a sign of respect. One thing I just irks me is someone that is not willing to compete.
Mhm.
Right? It gets under my skin.
And we're only talking about other men, right? Because
Right?
you
Yeah,
wouldn't do this to a woman,
yeah,
right?
yeah. We're talking about men. No,
Okay.
I'm sorry, but I'm not competing with women.
'Kay.
Right? Because there's certain things that a woman can do that I can never do, and she'll just blow my ass out the fucking water.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? There's an unfair advantage on her end. Right? But for men,
Mhm.
like I lose respect for men that don't want to compete.
Okay.
Right? So I have seen men respect me for saying, "Oh, I'm here just to compete. What's up?"
Yeah.
Because you can only get better, right? So if I catch you, you're not gonna let me catch you twice,
Okay.
right? You're gonna get faster. But then as you get faster, now I gotta figure out how to catch you.
Mhm.
So iron sharpen iron,
Yeah.
right?
And I think that's healthy. I think that's healthy competitiveness.
Yeah.
Um, do you think you ever delve into toxic competitiveness
Yeah,
though?
when somebody doesn't want to compete.
Okay. So you let
But
them know. Yeah.
look, I gotta ask you, what is toxic? Because competition is what this world is built on. We just can say America,
Mhm.
right? If you say you love America or you say you love everything that this country can brings, because good or bad, it can bring a lot of things that a third world country can't bring.
Mhm.
You're better off in America than you are in certain places.
Yeah.
Like let's just keep it 100.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can complain all you want, but let's just be real.
Yeah.
You know, I don't see where a competitive nature ever did any wrong.
Never? I mean, like, you can be so competitive that you neglect people around you. I guess you get too locked in. I mean, I guess you get really specific, but like, I guess
What
I get
I'm talking about the competing.
yeah. I mean, but you can get
Competing.
lost in the competitiveness. Like, why am I competing in the first place? That's where I'm like, you get so okay. Like for you,
Talk to me. Talk
so
to me.
like with real estate,
Yeah.
like so you like, all right, I'm trying to get. So you have a so if like I had one house, you're like, okay, I'm trying to get two.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm gonna get 3, and then you get 4, and it goes back and forth where you just have this big real estate tycoon fighting, like we're but
But we're not fighting. So when I compete,
yeah,
it's not war.
okay, that's what I'm trying to. Okay,
Yeah, yeah. It's not war. And I think
okay,
that's okay. Now I see
okay.
what you're
You're
saying.
not okay. You're
I'm
not
not at war with you.
okay.
I'm competing,
Okay.
right? I don't want to cut your wife's head off. You know what I mean? I don't want you to lose any goodwill,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because I respect you as a person for competing,
Okay.
right?
Gotcha.
So when I say competing, I'm more looking at the person like we're going for the Olympic gold medal.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You're on that side and I'm on this side, and we're both trying to stand at that top podium.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna shake hands after, but while we're doing it, whatever we're doing,
Enemies. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
stay on your side of the lane. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm mature men are able to put that away. You know what I mean?
Well, I would say I still have maturity to grow, but like, because I'm still competitive and I'm still in that, but I never say anything. I'm just quiet. Like even on a soccer field, keep it simple. Like I'm quiet.
Yeah.
Like like if I score or anything, I'm quiet. I'm just like,
You a
but I'm
bite
just,
first dog.
but I'm just,
you know what I mean?
but I'm just to myself. Because to myself, I'm the same. Like we're at war. Then
Uh-huh.
after we cool.
Right.
But but you're telling me like you're just more vocal about it.
Right.
I was like, I'm
Well, I would say
gonna
like
whoop
this:
yes.
if we were dogs, I'm barking.
Okay, and I'm not. Yeah.
You just biting.
Yeah.
You just biting. I got your ass. You know what I mean? Like I'm barking to let you know I'm finna bite your ass.
Okay.
If you let me off this leash, I'm gonna get your ass.
Okay.
You're the dog that just sit that everybody gets nervous about because you're not doing anything.
Yeah, I'll just be quiet then. Like, I mean, that's how I am in general. Like, I won't say a thing. Then I'm just like, Nate's gone, or Nate
Right.
does this, or
Right.
I just break.
I don't think one is better than the other. It's just two different ways to tackle it.
Do you think competition is going to change now? Because I mean, it has to. But like, how? Because again, there's new stressors on men. But like, how you compete? Because how we're teaching boys growing up is different. Do you think being competitive in its essence will stay the same, or will it change?
Competitive is not for the weak. To compete is not for the weak. Let me say that. Oh, that sounds nice.
Okay.
To compete
Okay.
is not for the weak. It could never change.
Okay.
The only thing that's going to change is the people who win it.
Okay. And there's a
Right.
lot of different ways to compete, like you're saying, because it's like competing is not a physical thing. Women can compete. It depends on what's your battlefield. You can name your battlefield, but if you're not willing to compete,
well, if we're just gonna go men, right?
Yeah,
Because we can only talk for men. Raising weak men,
okay,
right?
mm-hmm.
Physically, mentally, and emotionally, raising weak men
Mm-hmm.
compared to other men that are raised to follow their emotions, focus in on something, get it done. One is not healthy. Like we all agree, one is not healthier than the other.
Yeah.
But who's gonna win the race? The person that is focused or the person that is not focused?
Okay.
Right? And I hate. Well, I'm glad that we're away from war. I'm
Mhm.
glad that we are away from beating our chest, trying to prove a point. That primitive thought process.
Mhm.
I'm glad that we evolved, but that idea is never gonna go away.
Yeah.
Right? I don't care. I don't care what people say because if I raise my son to, hey, hold your emotion. You can spaz out if you lose a basketball game, but don't spaz out during the game.
Mm.
Don't control your emotions during the actions.
Okay.
Right? And I think that's where we're missing teaching young boys. We're telling them it's okay to show your emotion. It is not okay. If you tell a young boy that is 4'2",
Mhm.
so that's a real small boy, it's okay to act out. It's okay to express yourself, right?
Mhm.
That young boy has the potential to be a 6'3" man.
Okay.
Now he's acting out and he's expressing his emotion. That is very dangerous. If anyone ever grew up with big dogs, the first thing they will tell you is you need to put that big dog in training immediately.
Yeah.
Because you only have 9 months before. You're not dealing with a puppy, you're dealing with a dog, right? Same thing with men.
Okay.
You can express your emotions, but at the right time, not at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Don't make your boy soft.
Okay.
I know you don't. I know you disagree with it.
It's not disagreeing. It's like it goes into a deeper topic of raising, but it's like
I'm not saying beat your kids
No,
either.
yeah. Because competition is not bad. I think both of us can say that.
Mhm.
It's not bad. It's going to change, and what your battlefield is will change. And I don't think competition will ever go away, which is maybe the problem because what happens when there's no one to compete against? What happens?
We find shit to compete,
Hmm.
right? Like,
Goes back to a previous question. We find problems, but yeah.
so like I used to always think this was weird, right?
Mhm.
If you take a young man, right, and he's physically not able to compete,
Mhm.
right? Like he has allergies and all of that, right? And then it came out with something called a video game.
Yep.
You seen that same testosterone that he would typically be able to display if he plays soccer or football or anything like that. You seen that same testosterone transfer over to the video game.
Yep.
It's not uncommon for a young boy to throw that remote into the TV, into the wall, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Cussing at it. It's the same energy. It's the same motion.
Yep.
Nobody taught him that. He was born with that, right? Like, and I mean, he could have 4 eyes and be the sweetest kid. But even that kid has a competitive nature in him that has to be fulfilled. Right? Like, am I lying? Like,
No, you're not lying.
I think it's the funniest shit ever. I know I'm gonna get cussed out, but I think like look, watch your kids play video games.
Yeah,
If that's not
well, I mean, I think that's more and more how it's going to be because I mean, there will be more video games, more of that online presence. That's how competitiveness will change because like it's not going to go away. It's just how do we again? I think both of us. I mean, I can say for me, I don't think, in my opinion, how I compete is unhealthy. Sometimes it's unhealthy for me because I'm always
who
trying
said it
to
was unhealthy?
other people looking in because it's
Looking
like I'm
in.
trying to like for me how I compete. I'm competing against myself. So
Mhm.
it's like for me, I'm always trying to get better. This is like then people say like, why can't you just have fun? I
Let me
can't
say it like this.
relax. So
If a hawk eat a rabbit, is that unhealthy?
no, I mean it's just that's
That's his
nature.
nature.
This is nature.
Do
So
you, so you're trying to tell me, this is what people are trying to tell me.
yeah,
Humans are separate from nature.
no, we're animals. We're natural. Everything's like
Right.
so. I mean, it's
When you separate humans from nature, then are we aliens? We're not supposed to be here, right? Or
rocks.
right? Or are we one with nature? And if we're one with nature, it's some things you just can't change. It can shift.
hmm
You know what I mean? Like we're not flying planes, we're flying drones.
Yeah, true.
Still fucking flying.
Yeah,
We're still building weapons. We ain't had a war yet, but we're building weapons.
yeah.
Like, I don't know. I don't know. And I always ask the simple question. Like, all right. They always trying to figure out men. They always trying to say this is men. And are we part of nature or aren't we? Because if we're not part of nature, then cool, we can change everything about us.
Yeah.
But if we're part of nature, you can take a lion, put him in the wild, you can take a lion and put him in a zoo. Guess what he's gonna do? He's gonna kill something. I seen lions on YouTube kill birds.
Yep.
They never have to kill anything in his life. The meat was already there.
Mm-hmm.
He would kill a bird if it flies in his. If he can catch it, he'll kill it.
Yeah.
I
I think so. Yeah, we take humans or men. We're just so far away from nature, but I think the difference is how to control not control competitiveness. It's just again
know you're
with
trying to wheel me back. I'm sorry.
no because it's you're right because again I think for some of us it's genetically in us is what you're saying. It's just we're competitive. That's how we are. To me, I don't think that's going to change until I like get maybe old as fuck or I die. That's it because it's like I just want. But I know coming up, just competitiveness will change how we to our sons, how we're going to communicate that healthily. Because to us, I mean, we have different versions. You peacock and I don't. But
But do the rules change?
no, the rules won't change. I think that's something that has stayed, and since caveman days to
Mhm.
us, it's you versus me, that kind of thing. In which that has advantages because that's how it got us
Mhm.
here, but it does have disadvantages because again, hey, we're trying to. If we can't find a competitor, we make a competitor,
Yeah.
and that's why it's like, oh, like, and if we could just, we're not even enemies, but we're gonna. That's where we cause problems, we
Ooh,
cause fights and that kind of thing. So I think that's the negative side, but it's hard because everyone wants to fix the negative side. I don't know if we can.
can't have the negative without the positive. Like,
Yeah.
if we're talking about neutrons and all that, like everybody knows that you can't have yin without the yang.
I mean,
Right?
and we're gonna see it. We're gonna see it. Like you said, with you brought up the participation trophies. They're kind of competition is less and less. But again, great like everything is built because even grades are competition. I don't even know if that's gonna change, but it's just
Oh my god,
we'll see. Like we'll
I
see.
hope we get away from that because like here's what people don't see.
Mhm.
If we're not competing,
Yeah.
that doesn't mean we're not participating,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Well, what?
Like if US is competing with China, right? Just because the US say I don't want to compete
Mhm.
doesn't mean you stop competing. It's just all right, we about to take off.
Yeah.
Cool, you gave up.
Yeah.
We still won.
Well, where do you, for you? Do you feel like where do you learn more when you win or when you lose?
When I lose.
Okay, I was gonna say that's how I feel.
When I lose.
But if no one loses, because like when I lose, like I lose a soccer game, or it's like man, that's when I'm really analyzing. Like, okay, could have took this shot, could have took this
Mhm.
angle, could have made these different passes in this angle.
There's no
Like
such a thing as losing.
yeah,
It's
but
learning.
when you win,
Yeah.
it's just like okay, cool, I just won, big deal. Like no
Right. Cool.
analyzation. Yeah.
Move on.
So I learn more from losing, but if there's no competition, then
But is that wrong though? That's the
well, I
moral of the
think
coin.
growth would stagnate.
Hell yeah.
Growth would
I think that,
stagnate.
so.
So
All right, we're becoming in our prime,
okay.
right? I peacock, you don't,
Hmm.
right? Whoever wins makes the rules.
Yep.
That's another rule to the competition, right? When we look down at the people that are coming underneath us,
Hmm. Okay.
what do you think? Like just young men.
What do I think?
Do you go, damn, you soft?
Ooh, yeah, probably. In my instincts were yeah,
You
yeah,
said
because
like
I try. Okay, that's my instincts are like yeah, you soft.
you
But
soft.
I mean, like I'm trying to understand.
And are you wrong for not telling them that they're soft? Because when I say you're soft, I'm not saying it out of an ill place. I'm not saying go die in a ditch. I'm saying you need to work. You need to man up. You need to. I know people don't like that term, man up, but
Yeah,
yo, you need to. And I'm not saying be physically tough,
yeah.
because you can be physically tough and not be mental tough. I mean, not mentally tough.
But that goes into because maybe that's a good thing. Like if everyone is soft, hold on, because like, uh,
Oh, you about to lose me on this one. If everyone is soft, someone is still gonna be harder than
I know
everyone
because
being soft.
I don't. I think that's only perfect world scenario. If everyone's soft, then yeah, we don't
We
have
don't live in a
problem.
perfect world. We
I know
live in
because then
disease,
because
famine.
here's the problem I find because it's like if everyone's soft, like
Uh-huh.
say 50 years, like again we've got the gun control, like there's no guns, everybody's soft, there's no wars. Then
Right.
it's just someone, it's like I'm just angry, and
Yeah.
then you have all the not all the weapons, but you know how to weaponize.
Hmm.
I mean, if everybody's nice and there's one guy that's just like, the military, like they're gonna
They're
win.
gonna win.
So it's I think it's idealistic to because I think it's great. Like, hey, if you can be soft, you can be emotional. You don't have to worry about people hurting your feelings all the time. I think that's great
Being
idealistically.
soft and being emotional. I don't think they
Well,
correlate. You can be
but
emotional.
everything hurts your feelings. Let's say that.
Yeah.
That's what
If everything hurts you, yeah.
I think that's great if we could get every 100% of people to that, or 100% of people that you will interact with. But I don't think that's reality. That's why you have to have hearts. Because like for me, okay, me and my I got one sibling,
Right.
right?
Right.
She's my sister's a complete angel,
Hmm.
and we went through very similar things, right?
Uh huh.
She is very very kind, and she grew up I would say softer, and I don't mean that as an insult. She just grew up softer, but stuff bothers her.
Uh-huh.
Stuff bothers her, and she lets it bothers her. But again, she's absolutely kind. I grew a very, very tough skin, just
Mhm.
let nothing in, and it's I was able to I'm able to cut off things because sometimes she'll come into me like I'm glad to see how you can just like cut things out that bother you, where she's like she can't.
And if you couldn't, people would think something wrong with
I know, but
you.
it's I think there's a balance between it because sometimes I could been too hard and not emotional, but I don't think when it comes to just the topic of being too soft. I mean, it's idealistically great. I don't think it's practical though.
Yes, yes, it's not it's not gonna be,
Like I want it. Like I want that to be a
but it's
something.
not real
Yeah.
world. It can't be applied in the real world.
Yet for me, yeah. As far as we can say,
Even
yet.
yet,
I don't
yeah.
know, yeah, but
If I
yeah,
have a whole bunch of soft kids, one of the kids are gonna be tougher than the other kids, and he gonna beat everybody else's ass just because he can.
yeah,
And you
yeah,
gonna tell me that's not how it works? You ain't never been in the third grade classroom before,
yeah,
right? Like,
yeah. I don't think there's a solution yet to that problem.
but
It's
why are we making that a problem? Like,
yeah.
I never ran into a girl, and she thought that I was attractive
Mm-hmm.
because I was soft. I have been in situations where you need to tone it down a little bit,
Yeah,
but nobody told me to get rid of it.
yeah. Well, yeah, for your culture, yeah. I mean, like, for
What
where you
about
be I mean, like,
yeah, what is different? Yeah, your culture. Yeah,
because it just depends on who you're with, yeah, like, because they on paper, they'll be like, "Yeah, I want you to be like" and that could be,
that's where y'all bumping heads at.
yeah,
Because even then, when if I hope they're just soft when I poke you in your chest and say I want to take your girl,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
If you go be soft and you're out at a
mhm,
restaurant and she
mhm,
wants you to be soft,
mhm,
right? And I come over there and I eat your food, put my arms around you and say, you know I'm about to take your girl home, right? Be soft. Either once I leave, she's gonna look at you. Why you ain't doing anything? You're not supposed to because you're soft.
yeah, and because okay, and
Right.
because well, it's hard for me to relate because 'cause I'm not soft, and it's
Right.
other
No.
people, you could because I mean, people that peacock, they could say I'm soft, but the thing it doesn't matter whether people
I don't
but
think you're soft.
I would say
I
it's
think that was a jab. Don't
I know.
jab me.
No, no, no. What I'm saying, and I can only speak from how I do is like, don't peacock. I don't necessarily like peacock because I think that could be over alpha or whatever you want to say. But
Yeah.
like, yeah, because you could say things and you just be very confident. Confident doesn't mean arrogance, and we go that way. You can just be quiet. Like that's my thing is just I'm really quiet, then I'll show
Yeah.
you. That's just my take, and that's my opinion on how to be confident and how I take competitiveness. But yeah, bring it full circle.
Because it can go two ways. Like I have been in the situations where people thought silence
Mhm.
where you were a badass,
Yeah.
but the dude was really shutting the fuck up because he couldn't fight.
Okay.
Right? And then I had people that thought people that were peacocking couldn't fight. And they really was just letting you know I'm about to knock the shit out of you, right? Like it goes both ways. That's why I'm going, I can feel the competitive energy in a person.
Mhm.
And that's what men to men, that's what men respect.
Okay, I give you that.
Right? Like, you don't have to be as loud as me. I don't expect you to be as loud as me.
Yeah.
But I expect you to compete.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And I go, all right, I can respect, I can take that. I can work with that. I like that. I can be around him. Because me and him think the same.
Okay.
You know what I mean? If he's sizing me, I'm sizing him up. All right, cool. Yeah, yeah. All right,
Okay.
cool. But the person that doesn't, you get outcast.
Okay.
Am I lying? Or am
No,
I just saying the men's secrets?
in certain circles, yeah. I no, you're right. Like in general, yeah, you are right.
And I'm saying like this. This
Because
is not a
sometimes
perfect
what you
world.
say, like, and like, because you will take that person. It depends on where you're at. Because sometimes you take those people in as just not a sidekick per se, but you take them in.
But
Like
do you treat him as a man or do you treat him as a boy? Be honest.
you're probably not treating them. I guess if
Mm,
keeping that, it's more you're not treating them yet on your equal level.
So you're treating beneath you.
Yeah.
Is that okay? Do you think he wants to be treated that way? No, but ain't nobody gonna tell him that you need to compete. If you want to look me out of my eye, you know what I mean? Like it's men in wheelchairs
Mhm.
that was naturally born, with a disability.
Yeah.
Are playing wheelchair basketball. They're
Yeah.
competing,
Yeah.
right? Like if that man is fighting for his life that has cancer, but still when I go in this room, he could talk shit about a football game. He's competing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, competing just takes so many different forms. Like, you don't have to be great. You just have to show up.
You just gotta show up. And if
Okay.
you don't show up, sit over there. But then you cannot. And here's what I just want to say to the young men that don't want to compete.
Okay.
It's okay if you don't want to compete. It's okay that the person who lets you think that it's okay to compete. It's whatever. That's your choice. But understand, victor comes the spoils.
Sure. Yeah.
Don't think you're gonna have a winner chicken dinner. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This lifestyle of, having whatever you want comes from hard work, comes from competing in some type of level. You want to be able to get the girl of your dreams, you got to compete for her.
Mhm.
You want to get the job of your dreams, you got to compete for it. What are we talking about here? Saying that men shouldn't compete.
Yeah.
I don't know one woman that don't want men to compete for her.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Right?
I'll give you that. You know what? Cheers to that. Cheers,
That's that, right?
competing. Yeah, there you go.
I don't know. I think I'm crazy right now.
Cheers, you.
Am I crazy?
No, man.
Somebody
No.
gonna cuss me out.
No, cheers to you, Jay. No.
Oh shit. Fuck it. I'll turn off the comments. You guys made it to the end of the video. I'm glad that you enjoyed the episode, but can you please like and subscribe the actual video? I'm gonna say it again. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. We need you to subscribe so we know that you guys actually like us. So please. But again, thanks for coming. We'll see you again.